Welcome to yet another dimension, and welcome to my game room. Well, I guess you could say game living room. I've always wanted something like this in my house, and I finally got it. Sadly, I'm moving out, but I'll have this something like this again very soon. But I want to show you guys my game living room before I move out, because I've always wanted something like this. So let's take a deeper look at it. Let's go. So we're going section by section. This is my backlog section, like my priority backlog section, where I put all the games I want to beat first over here. And it's like a mix of a whole bunch of different systems. First, let's look at this, the sixth generation of consoles. You got the GameCube. This is my original GameCube as a kid. I had the black one. This is not my original PS2. My original PS2 is kind of messed up. And this is my original Xbox. A lot of great memories with those. But what is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. Then we get the PS2 backlog, which is pretty big. And there's a lot of good games I need to beat. I played a little bit of all these, like this, Clock Tower 3. Fun, but I haven't beaten it. A lot of good survival horror games. Half-Life on the PS2 I would recommend, but I still need to beat that. A lot of side Resident Evil games on there. Shadow Hearts, that's one of the games I want to definitely beat. Or survival horror RPG. I love it. I guess you want to say survival horror. It's a horror RPG, but Shin Megami Tensei series. Love it so much. This is probably my most expensive PS2 game. It goes for over 100. Then you get down here. I don't have Xenosaga 3 yet, but I will one day. You got some PS4 games that in the backlog. There's some more PS4 games by the TV. I'll show you. You got some Wii games. Dead Space Extraction, a great light gun game for the Wii. Light gun games on the Wii are pretty good. Like Ghost Squad, The House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return, Resident Evil, Umbrella Chronicles, and all that. But there's a lot of the Wii games I need to beat. Wii U, a lot of the Wii U games are on the Switch now, but a lot of good ones on there. The Wonderful 101, it's like a great game. It uses the Wii U gamepad really well. Xbox original obscure game called Obscure, a great horror game. You should definitely play. I gotta beat this Panzer Dragoon Orta. Sorry if I sound sick, because I am sick, and it's a little bit of Xbox 360. I don't have a lot of Xbox 360. So that's my backlog. Let's go to the next section. Let's focus on this section where I played my mostly mainly games at. Right now I'm showing our last pickups video, the December one. Got a lot of great pickups on that. And this is where I play. I have most of my game systems, like my more modern ones. Of course, we got the PlayStation 5 standing up, beautiful, great system. And this is a lot of the games, the PS4 games I couldn't fit over there. Like right now I'm playing Nier Automata and also reviewing the anime series. Sadly, that's on a hiatus, the anime series. Sekiro, I play a lot of that right now. This is the only Souls game that I need to beat, but a lot of the backlog. Somebody let me borrow this, God of War Ragnarok. I need to play that. Terry, I had this for a year now, called Delco, so it's always facing me, shame. And then my Jungle Green, N64 Paper Mario, Super Nintendo Classic, Xbox 360, the Wii U, great for playing original Wii games, and my baby, the PS3 that I got in like 2011 after my fat one died. And also a whole bunch of Nintendo GameCube controllers ready to play Smash, and one N64 controller for anybody want to play with me on the N64. And I think this is one of my rarest one, the Emerald Green. So let's look at the Sega games. First, we have a Neon Genesis Evangelion art, beautiful art book. We have Sonic 2, Power Stone, one of my favorites. The Sega Sports, thanks to Terry, he found this for me for my birthday. And also this is the box for the blue one. Then we have my very small Dreamcast collection, and I'll show you later why it's so small. But so I mean, come on, Sonic Adventure. If you had a Dreamcast, you had to get that. Soul Calibur, great. Resident Evil Code Veronica, a lot of great exclusives. My very small Genesis collection. I have some more loose carts over there. Rocket Knight Adventures, great Konami title. Street Fighter 2, when it was king. Also, we have like a very small Sega Saturn collection. Tomb Raider was actually on the Sega Saturn first, if you didn't know. The big boxes, I like them. These are just repros, but Resident Evil was on there too after the PlayStation release. Guardian Heroes, great game. You should definitely try it out. I do have a Panzer Dragoon repro, but no, don't count. Lunar, this is what the Japanese one looks like. And another Japanese one, ME0. This is the American. That's just a bunch of music CDs. But that's like my very small Sega collection. This is a couch, duh. Then also, we have a whole bunch of controllers at ready. PS5, PS3. I have a lot of PS3 controllers. One Wii remote, Luigi. Luigi is my favorite Nintendo character. PS4 controllers, a PS4 DualShock I love, and the Wii U Pro controller, which is a pretty good controller. The Switch controller is better though, but I have it right here. I like that controller a lot. The Dreamcast, the wannabe Dreamcast controller, the Xbox 360 controllers, the switching, and right here is of course my TV. We have the OG PS3 launch system that's still running somehow. Hopefully it will continue to run. And this is the games I'm playing right now for the PS3. So I want to go into like really in terms of release, and you'll see why once I'll show you my PS3 collection. Then game I'm playing right now on the PS3, Folklore, great, exclusive for the PS3, and Ratchet & Clank collection. There's a Samus controller for the Switch, wired one. And also there's the Switch, which has a crack on it, unfortunately. And there's some Switch games that I want to play right now. Multiplayer games right here that I play a lot. And Smash that I played so much. I played Smash so much in my life. But also, we got Princess Mononoke, my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. And another poster I got at Youmacon one year. Let's look at this section right here before we look into the collection. We got a record player back here with two of my favorite albums of all time, Illmatic, Enter the Wu-Tang. A lunchbox that I got from Lucid Espresso, Capcom 30th anniversary, I love that. And Hourglass, because time is the most important asset we have. A January 2016 from Final Fantasy X Remastered Collection. I just like the artwork a lot. My neighbor Totoro mug. And we have a whole bunch of strategy guides, magazines, art books. Love art books. Some mangas. Trigun. Doing a review of that. The PS1 remodel for the PlayStation 1. Also, we have Tetsuo from Akira, one of the few figures I have. I mean, he's from like the year 2000, so he's kind of older, but I like it a lot. So that's just a little like stand for my miscellaneous stuff. But actually, let's look at the collection now. So, idea I had for the Nintendo and the PlayStation history, just go through the history of the systems with some key games, my favorite games. Because those two are my favorite companies, Nintendo and PlayStation. So they run parallel. And also, I had to show some love for Sega. We have the Sega Genesis with Shinobi 3 and the original Sonic the Hedgehog with the Model 1. It's just Sega Genesis. That was in competition with Castlevania 4 and the Super Nintendo and Super Mario World. Then we go through the years. In the 5th generation, you have the N64 with Super Mario 64 changed gaming, and that's WrestleMania 2000. I played a lot. Oh, one of my favorite covers, the Resident Evil and the original PlayStation controller with the original model of the PlayStation. Then we get to the 6th generation. We have the GameCube with the Wayber and Super Smash Bros. Melee, changed everything. We have the Platinum GameCube with the Biohazard Zero, which is Resident Evil Zero. That's the Japanese version of the GameCube case. And some of my favorite games, SSS Tricky, Resident Evil. A lot of great Resident Evil games. My favorite Resident Evil is the remake on the GameCube. Resident Evil 4, I can't wait for the remake. And all that. One of the greatest systems, but I think might be the greatest system of all time, the PlayStation 2. We have Metal Gear Solid 3, my favorite game on there, Final Fantasy X, Vice City, Silent Hill 2, which is another remake. Got the Platinum Slim PS2, and also the controller with it. Then we get to the 7th generation. We have the Wii, which is pretty underrated, but if you don't like motion control games, I understand. We have I think this was released in Canada first, or only in Canada, the model where there was no internet, no GameCube support, but I like it a lot. The Zelda controller, the Wii, the nunchuck, and also Wii Sports. I know everybody played that, they love that. Super Mario Galaxy. You have the Metroid Prime trilogy, new Super Mario Bros. Wii. A lot of great games on the Wii. You just gotta look for them. And then one of my favorite systems of all time, we have the PS3 with The Last of Us, the best game, the DualShock 3, and the Grill PS3. I can't fit a bigger one in there. Yeah, I love the PS3. You'll see in a second why. But there you go. And then we have the 8th generation of systems, also with the Switch. We have the Wii U, came out 2012. Complete failure, but it was the early model, the early example prototype for the Switch. We got the Luigi controller, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Bayonetta 2. I'm glad that we got Bayonetta 3 on the Switch, but I love Bayonetta 2 a lot. And we got the best game, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, in the Switch dock. I get confused. I don't know which one I should play. And they got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, a great game. And one of my favorite games from 2021, we got Metroid Dread, great game. So the Wii U was just a precursor to the Switch, and I'm glad Nintendo came back strong. But like one of the best-selling consoles, we have the PS4, a great console, and this is the special edition Metal Gear Solid 5 one. They actually got for free last year. It was great. And the Yakuza Remaster Collection, that's the special edition for Metal Gear Solid 5. I have criticism of that game, but I don't have much criticisms for Bloodborne, my favorite PS4 game. Great. And this is the Metal Gear Solid 5 special edition controller that came with the system. But that's just the history, the short history of like the until the 5th generation of against PlayStation and Nintendo. So let's look at the PlayStation collection. So this is my PlayStation collection. I have it all in a row. Let's start with the PS1 and then go from the PS4 to the PS5. The PS1 started off strong, so strong for the PlayStation's history. One of the first games I beat, Crash Warped, Silent Hill classic, another classic, Parasite Eve. I wish they'll come back one day. My favorite game on the system, Metal Gear Solid, Tekken 3, Parappa the Rapper. Probably my most expensive game, Klonoa Door to Phantom Isle, recently re-released. Rival Schools, great fighting game. And then we have like some of the other games in the collection. A lot of great RPGs, horror games. I don't have Final Fantasy VII somehow, but I will have it one day. I'm trying to look for the Black Label one. A lot of great games on the PS1. I want to expand my collection even more. Got the Resident Evil, Space Jam, Tomb Raider, Twisted Metal, Vagrant Story. The WWF SmackDown games were fun. Xenogears. Now I have my greatest hits separated. I have a sealed greatest hits for Metal Gear Solid, and some of the big box ones. Tekken. I like the big box ones, but they're hard to store. So that is also, I forgot about this, Lunar 2 complete collection. Also, I'm gonna be doing a collection of videos of all the, especially the PlayStation system. So I'm gonna have a deeper look at all of them. So check it out on the channel, subscribe. Please like the video when you see it. But let's look at the PS2 collection. Now here's the PS2 collection. A lot of great games on the PS2. Burnout 3, great game. Capcom vs SNK. Def Jam Fight for New York. Grand Theft Auto 3, that changed the game in a huge. San Andreas. I only have 2 of the Die Hack games so far. Kingdom Hearts I need to play. I got the collect, like the all-in-one collection on the PS4, so I'll play that one day on that. Some more games. A lot of good third-party licensed games. Lord of the Rings. Metal Gear Solid 2 Classic. Even the Mortal Kombat games, they were good on there still. A lot of people hate on them, but I liked them a lot. Scarface, Shin Megami Tensei, Nocturne, Silent Hill 3, fucking classic. Love that game. Actually, 20 years ago it came out. Then the bottom section, got Tony Hawk Underground, I played it a lot. SSX 3, Tekken 4, and also Tekken Tag, the first PS2 game I ever played. Blew my mind back then. You had the greatest hits and some sealed games. Scalar, I got sealed, and also one Japanese game, Dragon Quest 8, cause a lot of good stuff. But that's some of the PS2 collection. But are you ready for the PS3, which is fucking huge? Let's look at it. All of this is my PS3 collection. I started collecting for it in 2012. I used to go to GameStop all the time and just buy like the buy two get one for free. Use the card, and I got so much. I got like over, I think, 300 games for it. But let's quickly look at it. We got the some collection editions. We got the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, the Street Fighter 25th anniversary. Tales of Symphonia Chronicles, that's just being released recently. We got Ken punching, I forgot what that beer name is in Danganronpa, but that's in the collection. Dead Space 2 Collector's Edition, Tales of Symphonia, and that's the statue of Mila. And also a box for the PS3. I don't have the original box though. And then some of my favorite games on there, the Demon Souls Deluxe Edition. I'm glad I have that. Dark Souls collection. And also that's the Tales of Symphonia back there 2, part 2. But let's look at the collection quickly, because there's a lot. Now, I have this set up, not in alphabetical order. I have it set up in terms of release order. So, launch games from 2006. All the way down here to like 2015, like the latest editions. I have like some collector's edition. Let me look at this first. Soul Calibur 5, Deus Ex, a great game sealed. Witch of the 109th collection. Tomb Raider, great game as well. And Killer is Dead, underrated game. I enjoyed it a lot. It has a good collection. I don't really collect collector's editions as much anymore, BioShock Infinite. And then we have the PlayStation Move. I think it's pretty underrated. I liked it so much to the Wii. But let's look at the collection really quick. Didn't have a good start, but it did have Resistance, Fallen Man. Great game still. From like 2007. Heavenly Sword. Fears, it's good. We got to start the Uncharted series. Uncharted Drake's Fortune. It had a rough start at first, but then once this game came out, changed everything in Metal Gear Solid 4. Great game for it. We got Dead Space just came out, I think yesterday, for the remake. Heard it's really good. I'm gonna play it, definitely. Got the Move controller up here. Got a whole bunch of accessories. The controllers. I played this a lot with the white controller. We got BioShock, Siren, great horror game. Little figure for Vault Boy. Fallout 3 is one of my favorites. Little Big Planet. I got most of the games I wanted. It's like probably 10 games that I want, but most of the games I already have. Valkyria Chronicles, fucking classic. I love that game. Infamous, a great exclusive for the PS3. Wet, like to get wet, play that game. Then we go into like slowly into the modern, like in like 2009, they switched the logo, and like one of the like first games that switched to it was Uncharted 2. That changed everything. I think that was a big turnaround around this time for the PS3, where like people more started to enjoy the PS3 to Xbox 360. Got Nair. Love this game. Somebody tried to tell me not to buy it, but it's one of my favorite games now. Heavy Rain, Bayonetta, 3D Dot Game Heroes, like more 2010 to 11. A lot of great games on here. Vanquish, which has been remastered. Then we get some of the early PlayStation Move games. Time Crisis. Mortal Kombat and Portal 2. That's when like the hack happened, but I played a lot of Mortal Kombat. That's one of my favorite games. Really brought back Mortal Kombat. Infamous 2 and Catherine. Shadows of the Damned. Resistance 3, one of my favorite first-person shooters on there. Uncharted 3, I remember buying that first day. Shura's Wrath. Journey. Mass Effect 3. Max Payne. I'm gonna go in detail in a complete collection video one day. Just glossing over this right now. And we get the Layer of the Years. Ni no Kuni, one of the best RPGs on there. Dishonored. I have Last of Us over there, but it, like Ride to Hell Retribution. Funny game. Puppeteer, one of the underrated games. Overlooked games. I got it on the first day. It was great. Platformer. Loved it. And then I went into the blue, which is weird. I guess they try to relate to the PS4 when it came out. You got JoJo, that's been re-released. It was like the most expensive game, but now it's been released on the PS4 or the PS5 now, I think. But yeah, then there's a lot of the later games, like weird, quirky games. Some Japanese games, Dragon Quest Heroes and Fighting Climax. Then we get into the PS2, HD PS2 games, which is really popular to do. I really enjoyed them, like the Metal Gear Solid ones. Also, Legacy Collection. Some miscellaneous games and collections games. Final Fantasy X, 2. Yeah, so that's my PS3 collection, which is massive. And I'm going to show it all in a collection video one day. It's going to be great. So check out, subscribe to the channel for that. So let's get into my PS4 and Vita collection. One of my favorite games on the Vita. Persona 4 Golden. I got this one released, Persona 5 Take Your Heart Premium Edition. Mirror Monster Rebirth on the Vita, great game. And we have the collection right here. Dark Souls Remastered, Doom, great game. An even better game, Doom Eternal, Dreams, The Evil Within, kind of underrated. Gravity Rush, pretty underrated games. I mean, we got The Last of Us 2. I have a review of that. I like the game, but the story is kind of eh. Got Mortal Kombat, Overwatch, just basically all the Resident Evil games, the remastered ones. I mean, the remastered ones. This is remastered, also remakes of Resident Evil 2, which is one of my favorite games on the PS4. Resident Evil 4. I have Resident Evil on the Resident Evil 8 on the PS5. Valkyria Chronicles Remastered, and all the Yakuza games. I love those. A lot of the more big box games, Daymare, Uncharted 4, and then the PS5 games I don't have a lot. Demon Souls, Elden Ring, my favorite one so far. Returnal's my game of the year from 2021. Tormented Souls, survival horror game, and also some Vita games. Underrated system, but I understand why people don't like it. And some Vita games, Lost Dimension, good game. Some Japanese games, Uncharted. Yeah, it had potential, but unfortunately it didn't meet it. And the Danganronpa, one of the best visual novel games. That's a collection. We got Ghost in the Shell, VMU. VMU? Is it VMU? UMD. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Dreamcast. Then we have PSP games, Silent Hill Origins, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. I didn't really get into the PSP, but I need to. And then all the way down here, got some more PSP games. Second Son, Infamous Collection Edition, and Despair Audio. Danganronpa. If you haven't tried Danganronpa, you should definitely. So let's go on to the next collection. Next, let's talk about my Xbox and Xbox 360 collection. It's pretty small, but I got a lot of the essentials. So let's start up here first. We got some collection edition. We have Mass Effect 3, Gears of War, and Halo 3. A lot of the landmark titles for the system that really made it what it is. We got a couple of loose games right here. So original Xbox, Buffy Vampire Slayer. Don't sleep on that. It's a great game. We got the Dead or Alive. Shout out to Eric. Great series. Halo 2. I think I have Halo 1 on the Xbox 360. That's why I don't have it right here. Man. Max Payne 1 and 2. Classics. I love those games so much. Especially 2. You haven't played this, definitely play it. Best way to play it is probably on PC now, though. Outrun 2. Great game. Psychonauts, great game as well. The sequel came out not that long ago. Punisher, Shenmue 2. We got a shout out Shenmue. Also Star Wars. Oh wait, Star Wars. The Old Republic's over there, but this is the sequel. Obsidian, and also got some Xbox 360. I get the exclusives for the Xbox 360, so I try to get that. You got Gears of War 1 and 2. I mean 2 and 3. Fable 2 and 3. And some controllers for the original Xbox into the Xbox 360. Oh yeah, see, this is Halo Anniversary. And all the other Halo games. Left 4 Dead 2, great game. A lot of great first-person shooters. I'm not that big of a first-person shooter fan, so I'm more third-person. Quake 4, and some miscellaneous. And my two only Xbox One games, Sunset Overdrive and Rare Replay. Yeah, it's probably not controversial to say, but the Xbox One is kind of boo-boo compared to the PS4. I don't know why you would have it. Just get the Series X. So, but that was my Xbox collection. Small, but it's gonna always grow. That's what she said. Before I show my Nintendo collection, we have this MF Doom mask. R.I.P. Always dressed as him for Halloween. He always comes back from the dead. That's why he looks kind of beaten, battered, like he's coming from the grave. So R.I.P. the MF Doom. Love him. And then we got a Power Stone advertisement. I got framed a little Power Stone. And I know some people are gonna get mad at this, but I have a N64 controller hanging from this, you know, this hook right there. But I had a Spider-Man poster behind it. It looks sweet. Get mad if you want. I don't care. I like it. Next, we have my Nintendo collection. I love Nintendo as well. So let's get deep into it. But before we get into Nintendo, we got some Atari games and ColecoVision games. You know, some of the classics. I don't really play much before the, I guess the third generation, the original Nintendo. But this, I gotta have some love for the classics. But let's look at some of the cartridge games I have. I have like this spindle. I think this is for like seasonings, but I thought this would be good for some cartridge games. You have Mario Kart 64, classic. Super Smash Brothers, love that game. Super Metroid. And Zelda. Ocarina of Time, all inboxed. So we have some of the cartridge games. A lot of great games on the N64, but the PS1 I think beat it. That's the Japanese Super Mario 64. The first party games, one of the worst games of all time. I got it still. A lot of great games, the wrestling games on the N64, like No Mercy, Revenge. Got Majora's Mask, Star Wars, Bad Fur Day. Love that game so much. By Rare, like they went in. One of my favorite games as a kid, Mortal Kombat 4. Got Diddy Kong Racing, competition to Mario Kart. Don't sleep on Beetle Adventure Racing. Great game, great racing game. Turok 2, Jet Force, Gemini, and that's about it for that. Got this Mario Cup from Taco Bell, 97. You got Yoshi, and of course Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. You got the zapper right here, so you're always ready. I really wish you fell down. Why didn't you fall down? And also we got Super Mario 3, and that's a Bad Fur Day manual. Then we have some of the cartridge games I couldn't fit up there. Zombie Ate My Neighbors, Donkey Kong Country, Final Fight, Illusion of Gaia. Got my brother's Game Boy SP and his Pokemon game from, the blue, that he never got. So if you ever want to come get it, you gotta fight me for it, bro. Also, Turtles in Time, classic. Love that game so much. Donkey Kong Country 1, classic. F-Zero, a lot of fun, but very hard. This is Repro Terranigma. This never came out in the US. So this is my very small NES collection. Super Mario Brothers 2, Rad Racer, Legend of Zelda, 1943, Dracula's Curse, the Castlevania 3, and the fake Metal Gear. Yeah, I really like to collect for games after like the 80s. That's where I really start playing games. But I still have love for the original Nintendo, because that is when like the modern gaming, like how games were really made or supposed to be made, in my opinion, started. Global Defense, Master System game, good game, only one I have. We have Sonic and Knuckles with the original expansion pack, where you slap that boy on there. Not this game, but Sonic 3. You get like some extra stuff to it. And we also have a classic Sonic 2 Comic Zone. If you ever beat the first level, let me know, because I never did that. Super hard. Vector Man 2. We got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff in here that I don't know where to put. Instruction manuals, Office, Aqua Teen, you know, systems, all that in here. A little extra storage. But let's look at the GameCube collection, and also N64 box collection. So the GameCube is one of my favorite systems to collect for, also the N64, so I put them together. Some of my favorite games are on that system. One of my most expensive games, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, got a good deal on that. And my most expensive controller, the Luigi GameCube controller, love it. Love how it looks. One of my favorite controllers. I have it set up right here. Also, I have a whole bunch of Japanese N64 games. Super Smash Brothers, Mario Tennis. You know, you get the point. This is the Japanese. Wait, is this? No, this is not the Japanese one. Why is this over here? Get out of here, you're a liar. You have Mario Party 2. You know, I got like all the essentials, and this is much cheaper to get the Japanese ones than compared to the American ones. You have the Game Boy player for the Nintendo GameCube, and here are the Nintendo GameCube collection. Love how it looks. Has a logo at the bottom. We have the collection right here. Kirby's Air Ride, fun play. We have all the Mario Party games except for. Wait, I'll have this mixed up. Hold on a second. Don't look. 4. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 6 is my favorite on the GameCube. We got some more. One of the Capcom 5, PN03, Pikmin, the best Mario, Paper Mario, 1000-Year Door, Resident Evil 0, Star Fox Adventures. Then we get the real Star Fox Assault. Oh, and a classic, Soul Calibur 2 with Link. That was a big deal. Super Mario Sunshine, it's okay. And one of the best games, Metroid Prime. And my original Game Boy Color as a kid, used to play it all the time. Couldn't see the damn thing, but you still have fun with it. Also, a beautiful draw. Can't forget that. Look at that cover. All that color. Love it. Then you get down here, some of my few box N64 games. GoldenEye. Hell yeah, I love this game so much. We used to play this all the time. And that's actually back online on, I think, on the Switch and on the Xbox. But you got Pokemon Snap, Perfect Dark, Resident Evil 2. I don't know how they fit this on here with all the audio. Banjo-Kazooie, one of the first games I got from my collection in the box back in 2012. Love it. Can't get it that cheap nowadays. This big box Star Fox, I used to play that all the time. And then we have a Japanese Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. So this is where it was at. In my one like real boxed Super Nintendo game, we have Donkey Kong Country 3. I mean, it's a good game, but it's not better than the other two. And I love this box game. We got Sin and Punishment, a exclusive to the N64 Japanese one. I love it. And then a boxed N64 grape controller, translucent. And then the one boxed Game Boy Color, like some I don't know what this is, but I just got it because it's super cheap. Like, I like getting the Japanese games. Also, this controller right here, the Japanese gray controller. I love the boxes for the Japanese ones a lot. So yeah, that is my GameCube and also N64 collection. Let's go into the final collection, the Wii and Wii U, and also some portable games down here. Also the Switch. Let's look at it. So I grouped up a whole bunch of different systems right here. I think the white shelf looks good with this, with the Wii games. We have, of course, the Luigi amiibo and also the Ryu amiibo. That's the only one I have. The Last Story collection. I love that. Wii U Sports Resort, big box. a classic controller for the Wii. This is the Smash Brothers, I think, for the Wii U soundtrack. Fire Emblem Warriors collection. Let's look at the Wii collection first. Pretty good games on there. Oh, this is a really expensive game. Dokapon Kingdom. I think this is being re-released though. I might have to sell it. Unfortunately, this game is not that good. Juon. It's pretty We got the No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Resident Evil 4 is great on there. We got the Knights sequel. Skycrawlers, look out for that game, is good. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Wii Fit Plus, I never used that though. You got the Xenoblade Chronicles. It's been re-released a lot. And then speaking of re-release, because I don't think there's much exclusives on the Wii U anymore. But you got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. You got a lot of re-releases on there from the Xbox 360 and PS3. You got the Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, Pikmin 3, Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U. Terrible name, but a lot of fun. But there's no really point in playing that really anymore. Xenoblade Chronicles X. I think that will stay exclusive, I think. And this will definitely say exclusive. You got Star Fox Zero. Disappointment, unfortunately. But, Wii U was good for a second. We get actually something that's really good. The Switch, a huge success. Got a lot of good exclusives like Astral Chain, Bayonetta 3, one of my favorite games from last year. This is my favorite game from 2021, Hades. I have it sealed still. Luigi's Mansion 3. A lot of good games on there. Game I play a lot. I love Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The list goes on with the Switch. I need to get a lot more. Then we have a very small Nintendo DS collection. We have some of the great Castlevania games on there. Got Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Celestia. Yeah, great games on there. Mario Kart DS, Elite Beat Agents, Rhythm Heaven, a lot of good games. And you got the 3DS, a lot of good RPGs on there. Fire Emblem Awakening, great. Legend of Zelda Between Two Worlds, A Link Between Worlds. I always get that mixed up. Yeah, I love this game. Shin Megami Tensei 4, great music on there. Radiant Historia, and some miscellaneous stuff like this Mario coin. Yeah, so that's about it for that. The later Nintendo collection, later years to present. One last thing I want to show in my collection. I got this section over here. I want to show this balloon I got from my friend Candlin, Luigi. Also, I got this little station with my Dreamcast. So I don't have a lot of Dreamcast games because I have my original Dreamcast modded with all the games on it. Thanks to Ryan from New Metal Repairs. Check him out on Facebook. He's a great guy. And he set this up for me. He actually got me this monitor, which is great for Dreamcast games. Plays the VGA, and we're playing Power Stone 2 Classic from Capcom, as you can see. They got a lot of controllers ready to play at any time, so you want to come over and play? You got limited time because I'm about to. And also, there's nothing that's possible without my mom and dad. My favorite piece in my collection, because nothing's more important than family and friends. So that is about it for my collection. So that was my game room tour for 2023. Unfortunately, I got to disassemble all this now, but I wanted to show you guys what how I game and how do I put my collection together. I love doing this stuff. I will always continue to do this. It's my real passion. So tell me what you think of my game room. What's your favorite games? What's your favorite part of it? What you dislike about it? I don't care. Just engage. And if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Preferred dimension. And we'll see you in the next dimension. Hey, that's me.